Hello, here's Alex from Blacksheep IT Consulting, talking to you from, well, on the road. And for this reason, we are not having a live Siebel Friday this Friday, today. So as you're watching this video, you're watching a pre-recorded Siebel Friday. And I hope, as usual, we have lots of interesting stuff going on. And of course, we start with a quick summary of what happened in Siebel 25.10. So here we go. There's a lot to talk about. Siebel 25.10 is a great and grand release. There are a lot of things in there. There is the encryption update happening. I get my pen out. And then we have the first version to feature the new Siebel Intelligence Search. Very exciting. Redwood tabs. Yes, Redwood got tabs, yay. Database session correlation, time zones, updates, and Tomcat is 10.143, so that's the same as 25.9, but if you come from an older version of Siebel CRM, of course, you get a new or relatively new Tomcat, which is always good from a security standpoint. So let's talk about that encryption upgrade. Encryption means sensitive data that is in the database, like credit card numbers, which are stored, for example, in Siebel, and they must be encrypted if somebody gets access to the database. It's just gibberish. And also includes, for example, your passwords that you have all over the place in text files, like the application interface properties, files like these. They have the password, but encrypted. And Siebel is using AES 256-bit encryption if you're not on a super old version or outdated version. So it's AES 256-bit, but it's an arbitrary library that Oracle used so far. And in 25.10, Oracle switches to OpenSSL crypto. And that means there needs to be an update on various files, and the data needs to be kind of re-encrypted probably, and all of this leads to a more involved update, let's say that. So you need to understand what happens, you need to be prepared. There's additional things you need to watch out for or be aware of, and Oracle has done great work of putting all of this information in the release notes document, which is mandatory literature for everybody who updates Siebel, and also My Oracle support. There are documents available. There's even a TOI, a transfer of information video on Oracle MyLearn. So make sure you understand the impact of the encryption upgrade. It's not as big as you think, but it definitely needs some preparation and knowledge. The encryption upgrade itself is done by the encryption upgrade utility. So if you run a barebone installation and a barebone update, that is run as part of the SES update. And it might fail or might not. The gateway registry has to be up for the encryption upgrade utility because it accesses that. So if you have a gateway cluster, it's probably fine. You do the rolling update thing, but if you have only a single gateway, you need to turn that on before you run the encryption upgrade utility. You can run it manually. And if you have containers, it's a different story. The container will tell you actually in the log file, you need to run me in a special configuration. So yeah, there's a utility, of course, which you can then run, and there's lots of log files you can study. So now let's talk about intelligent search. So the Siebel search is a thing for a long while. So if you're old enough, you remember Hummingbird Fulcrum, just to throw out a name here. And you remember the Oracle Secure Enterprise Search integration. You remember the days of the Elasticsearch integration. So third-party tools were always a thing with Siebel Search. And now, 25.10, October 2025, Oracle introduces the next, not the final probably, but the next third-party search engine to be integrated with Siebel, and that's OpenSearch. So it's an open source software that is very popular, and it's AI-based, so it has built-in machine learning models that help you with the semantic search and the vectorization of data. And so it's a truly splendid choice of third-party search engines. So Siebel, of course, is well equipped to send the data for indexing there, to do incremental indexing. And it also includes not just business data, it includes attachments, of course. And it honors, and that's the most important part of doing search in Siebel, it honors the Siebel access control, the visibility. So users searching for accounts or contacts get the search results filtered by their visibility levels, which is a super important thing. So here's a bit about OpenSearch. If you need to install it first, if you don't have an instance already, you can install it on-prem. It runs on many cloud vendors. It runs container-based or not. Oracle requires a certain version of OpenSearch for that integration. I'm not sure if that's a limit or it's just a minimum version, but time will tell. And OpenSearch, by the way, is a fork of Elasticsearch back in 2021 by Amazon when there were some licensing disputes with Elasticsearch. And so Amazon forked that, and that's the OpenSearch we have today. And if you use the Redwood theme, the new Redwood theme maybe, look at those tabs here, yeah, now we're talking. The Redwood theme has tabs in 25.10, but if you enable the search engine, it also has a global search bar, not only Redwood, of course, and the global search bar has a object filter, so we see that in action here. So you can filter for, or filter by the object type you have indexed. Then there's an auto-suggest, we see that here. You start typing, there's an auto-suggestion. There's, of course, search results displayed. We see that here. And, of course, you drill down, if necessary, and go to a target view to see the Siebel record. So all in all, it's the same search as if you have been using Siebel Search before, but now there's a more modern global search bar on top of the application. You can all see that here in the Aurora theme. So the non-Redwood themes, well, they have it like here on top. Literally, the menu has to make room for that if there's not enough space, but that's not a new feature, by the way. If the menu just shrinks automatically. And the search results are displayed in a more traditional way as the typical side panel that you might or might not be used to if you have used Siebel Find or Siebel Search. You know about that side panel that is detachable. So all in all, the power of OpenSearch now accessible for Siebel CRM. So great news. And yeah, we have marveled at those tabs. So tabs are back on every level. That is the screen tabs, the second level, the third level, and the fourth level navigation. So this means for Redwood theme. So if you have been looking at the Redwood theme previously, it's out there since 24.6. And it didn't strike you and it didn't resonate well with you. I'm with you because it didn't have the option to enable tab navigation. It just came with a, well, it didn't even came with a side menu. It didn't come with a side menu. The side menu was practically hidden and all the navigation had to go through the Ask Oracle button and the side map-ish page that you get when you click on that. So that definitely was a drawback for many, many users, and that's the reason probably why Redwood didn't get the adoption that Oracle, I'm quite sure, would have liked to see. And after some intervention, I was involved in that, I admit. We chanted, give us the tabs back, and Oracle listened. And now the tabs are back, and now Redwood theme feels a lot more complete. And give it a chance, give it a try. And maybe users can benefit from it. It's a much more modern, much more aesthetically ready theme for the next 10 years of Siebel maybe, or who knows. And it's also on another scale, it's much more gentle with modifications. It's much more advanced in terms of CSS. So style modifications are much easier. And it's still OpenUI, so all your OpenUI techniques and JavaScript still applies. So yeah, maybe we see more Redwood adoption over the next years, and well, I'm all for it. If you're an administrator, then you surely check the system administration guide for every release. You check the What's New chapter, and in the What's New chapter, you see there's a chapter about or a note about the enable DB session correlation component parameter. So if you enable that, setting it to true, the log file of the object manager will have database session IDs printed into it, so you can correlate the Siebel session with the database session, which is, of course, a great thing if you're into that stuff and you need to do it for, well, troubleshooting purposes. And then we have time zone. So although nothing new, Siebel has time zone drop-downs and pick lists, and they are driven by the time zone administration data. And this data is typically seed data from Oracle. And well, time has moved on. And as we speak and as you watch this video, countries around the globe are falling back from daylight saving time, and that we have to spring forward in half a year. And that is always a different date depending on the country. So US does it 2 weeks before or after Europe. I always get this wrong, always confused. So now I'm happy that I can look up the time zone data in my Siebel sample database. The data is imported or updated as part of the post-install database update. So you get, with 25.10, you get a batch of current and correct time zone data with the daylight saving times and all that. And in other news, we have even more Siebel news. It's not related to 25.10, but to modern Siebel. You have heard on this channel about the Siebel CRM Foundations Associate certification already. It's out there since a few months. And this certification exam is a free exam from Oracle. It has recently disappeared. The link didn't work anymore that we provided or Oracle provides. There's a new link. Check out the comments description below. And there's a new link leading you to the certifications. You can now take it again. And well, if you haven't taken it already, haven't passed it, then yeah, do take it. It's great fun and a great proof that you're still relevant in Siebel 25 and onwards.
And hello, here's the future Alex. Well, from a few days after I recorded what you have just seen, and I'm just back from Frankfurt from the 2-day Oracle Siebel CRM Siebel Summit, which was a great event. So that was incredible. And Oracle shared there the good news that the new Oracle Siebel CRM Professional Certification exam is actually available as of, well, yesterday. So at the time of recording, October 23rd, you can purchase and take the professional certification for Siebel CRM, which is a great deal because we didn't have a professional exam for almost 10 years, and now Oracle put that back on the menu. And in addition to the free associate exam, which you have probably taken by now, and because it's free and it's fun, and if you want to take the professional exam, as I said, you have to purchase it, so it's not free. And it's, of course, more legitimate and also more challenging, I guess. I haven't taken it, but I will do, and I will let you know. Of course, there will be no answers to the questions. So yeah, that's great news, and I'll just hand back to my past self to continue with that video. Bye-bye.
And how do you prepare for a modern Siebel exam, even it's hosted by Oracle? There might be answers, not concrete answers, but there might be things you learn in our always up-to-date Siebel CRM curriculum on the Siebel Hub. And we have more than 20 world-class courses with expert instructors as self-paced video training. So you can go to siebelhub.com, start learning today, or you can talk to us, send us an email to info@siebelhub.com, and we can guide you on the best path for you or for your team on instructor-led training or a combination of video training and instructor-led training or post-training or any time of team coaching that we provide. And so not stopping there, we have tailored learning paths we can procure for your team. And all you have to do to learn more about learning Siebel is go to siebelhub.com or send us an email to info@siebelhub.com. Hope to talk to you soon about the modern Siebel CRM training. And with that, after a quick overview of 25.10 and other things, other news about Siebel, I'm happy to introduce you to Salman, a Siebel professional from Pakistan, and he and I had a talk about his recent OpenUI adventures. So here it comes. Enjoy.
I'm Mohammed Salman Tahir and I'm Siebel OpenUI developer. And currently I had created the LMS module in Siebel PRM, Oracle Siebel PRM. And here is the home page of my training module. And this card, user will navigate to the dashboard through clicking on this card, and user will navigate to the all courses by clicking on this card. And I have used the Siebel go to view for navigation from one view to another view. And this is the dashboard. On the left side, this is the user details, name of the user. I had used Siebel Adapter to get these details, and explore courses. User will also navigate to the courses view by clicking on this. And here it is the favorite courses that user had marked as favorite on all courses view. And when the user had completed all the certifications are visible on the dashboard, and user will also be able to download them from here. And this is the course statuses. Then here we can see the in progress courses, count of the in progress courses, count of the completed courses. User will also navigate to the section of in progress courses by clicking on this, and user will navigate to the completed course section by clicking on this hyperlink. And here is the graph. I had used the EBC's external business component for getting the data for this graph, and for the graph implementation, I had used the JavaScript library chart.js. And this is the page where the user will see the enrolled courses section, to be enrolled courses section, completed course section, and favorite courses section. User will mark the course completed from this view. On this card, there is the heart button. When user click on that button, the course will be marked as completed. And when the user click on that heart button from favorite courses section, the user will mark that it's not a favorite course anymore. Here is the course lesson view. And when the user click on any card, user will navigate to this view. And if the course is already enrolled, the button will be inactivated and the tiles are activated. And when user will come to the through to be enrolled courses, the button will be activated and the tiles are inactive. After clicking this enroll course button will be disabled and tiles were enabled. And user will also see the lesson description by clicking on this arrow button. And on clicking the lesson tile, user will navigate to this page. Here the user will see the video and the document of that lesson. For marking the lesson complete, user have to view all this material visible here. And after completing all the lessons, the assessment button will be activated. Otherwise, this will be disabled. And when the user completed the assessment, all this data is coming through dynamically coming from Siebel records. And for tracking the lessons completion and course material completion, I had used Siebel workflows. This is the assessment page. User have to complete all the questions of the assessment. Then after submitting, he will see the result. If he was failed, he have the option to retake the test. And if he is passed, the score will be visible here. Congratulations message will be visible here, and user will see his certificate. I had managed this. I had used Siebel workflows for marking the status of the course completing on this submit button. And this is the certificate. The name of the user will dynamically coming. Data of the course, like course name is dynamic, course completion date is dynamic. And I had used Siebel REST API for storing this record against that user and course in Siebel. I had used Siebel REST APIs. And first I had converted this my this container into PNG JPG format, and after that JPG format I had converted to that JPG format into the PDF. Then I had converted that PDF format into base64 and sent that base64 into the Siebel for storing this record. Thank you so much for watching.
Okay, wow. Thanks, Salman. That looks awesome. That looks really great. And of course, I have a lot of questions as a OpenUI developer that I am, and of course our viewers, they would have a lot of questions. So you mentioned REST API, you mentioned workflow, you mentioned Chart.js. So you used a whole lot of different technologies, both inside and
Yes,
outside Siebel. Is that correct?
yes, I had implemented them in Siebel or outside the Siebel for connecting my JS files, jQuery files with Siebel. And
Okay.
for their configuration, I had used the vanilla Siebel configuration method as manifest administration or manifest files.
Mhm. Okay. So it's if you can go back to maybe the dashboard, the first slide, the what the user sees first is the is
This one is
is
the
is a
dashboard.
dashboard. So just to roll it up, it's a regular Siebel view as you would
Yes,
have with
this is a
applets.
Siebel applets, but I had hired the actual Siebel applets.
So you're
And this is my own structure.
Mhm.
I'm getting data through Siebel applets, Siebel workflows, Siebel EBCs, and showing the data here.
Mhm.
And I am hiding actual applets on this view.
Okay. And did you create individual physical renderers for each applet or just for the view? How did you do it?
I had created physical render only for views,
Okay, so the
and
entire.
I'm getting the yes,
Mhm.
and I'm
Okay.
getting the applets into that view.
So you take the record set, for example. That's what most people would know from OpenUI. You can get the record set of the applets presentation model, and you use that data to display it in your own HTML.
Yes,
Okay. And EBC is also very interesting. It's very clever. If you do you
yes,
have a
for
database
this,
view or
yes. First, we have to create the database view, export that view, create the table, give that view SSE role, and use publish the table and use it.
okay. It's really cool to see the entire Siebel stack used for this solution. And it reminds me of a Siebel application that existed. It's now obsolete, Siebel e-training. Is this actually
Yes,
Siebel e-training or is it your own? Is it your own
I
business components?
some of functionalities I had got from Siebel e-training, and where I want to implement my own thing, I will customize that Siebel e-training. But
Okay.
I think I say that 70% I had implemented my own code and 30% of Siebel e-training
Okay,
I'm
using
using that.
the existing business components and tables that are provided
Yes,
as part of e-training.
yes.
Yeah.
According to my need, I had created my own new tables and connected them with those tables that Siebel provided for e-training, and I had
Mm.
done these things.
Okay, That looks like a lot of work from the table up to the HTML and the charts. How how
Yes.
how how long did it take you to implement all that?
Uh, for implementing this module, it will take me around 4 months, four to
Or
5 months, 4 months.
okay, and it was just you, or did you have any help?
Yes, yes, individual. I have worked individually.
So it's just you. Okay.
Yes.
Ah, wow, awesome. And that is used with one of your customers. They use it to deliver the training to their employees.
Yes, yes, they are working on this. They are getting trainings through this. And our Saudi client, the client is in Saudi Arabia, and they are working. This one is on production module, production environment also.
Okay,
This
great.
module is on production environment.
Really, really successful. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, as somebody as the Siebel Hub, provides learning to the Siebel community. We are not using Siebel for that, as you might know. We are using a different LMS, but you have successfully created an LMS learning management system in Siebel as part of the whole application, and so as a set of views and applets and screens with a lot of open UI customization. So there's a lot of JavaScript you had to write.
Yes, I had done a lot of sport for implementing this.
Mhm.
First of all, for building this structure, I had customized the simple web templates for
Okay.
this view.
Yeah. Hmm.
Then I embed my code here and utilize it according to my need.
Hmm. Okay. And you use third-party libraries, like here in this view, you use Chart.js for the chart.
Yes, I had used chart.js external libraries using callback functions in my PR file and implemented this graph. And for the pop-ups that I'm showing on test result page,
Hmm.
I had used Sweet Alerts. This one is also a library for showing the pop-ups.
Sweet alerts. Yeah, I heard of that
Yes,
one. And can you go to that page where you show the certificate where, yeah,
yes,
no,
this
the other one where I think the one yeah, where you talk about base 64 and sending that to the Siebel REST API. So even using the Siebel REST API.
yes, I had to Siebel REST APIs, and in the base 64 first I had converted my this HTML container into PDF format, into JPG format, and then converted that JPG into the PDF format, and then I had get the base 64 of that PDF format
Okay,
and
so
send it to the Siebel through REST API.
as a Siebel attachment, right?
Yes, as a Siebel attachment.
Okay, so that is a true testament. The Siebel REST API is really cool for doing the advanced stuff. How do you get something you generate dynamically? In this case, it's an image like a JPG, and then you convert it to PDF, and
No,
that PDF.
this is not a JPG. This is my HTML container. This
Okay,
is my
this is.
HTML container.
Mhm. But subsequently,
Yes,
it becomes PDF, and that PDF is converted to base 64, and that goes into
yes,
the REST API. Okay.
yes, and
Re-
stored in Siebel.
Okay. So yeah. Wow. Super impressive. And
Thank you so much.
congratulations for a cool project.
Thank you so much.
Okay. And is there anything else you're working on currently with
Yes, currently I'm
OpenUI?
working. Yes, I'm currently working on
Okay, I see a
Siebel.
partner
Yes,
relationship.
this is partner relationship management system. Siebel.
Yeah. Okay, then nice
Here,
dashboard.
yes, and I'm currently working on this section. User, this is for creating lead, rebate, funds, and service request from this page. User will not have to go to this view, then
Hmm.
here in MDF, and then create fund.
Okay, so you
This will
want to
take a
create
lot of time.
an MDF record as a child record to that partner, and it will
Yes,
take the user using the vanilla Siebel navigation will just take them a lot of clicks. So instead,
yes.
you can just select the object like fund.
Select the
I
object,
see. Oh,
find
wow, nice.
test, and here PDF. Here is the target amount,
So
requested amount.
I guess that's a custom pop-up you created here.
Yes, I have created this custom pop-up, and this is my actually an HTML variable, HTML pop-up that I am creating in my PR file,
Mhm.
physical renderer file.
Okay, and you're writing back to Siebel.
Yes, and on this submit, I'm invoking Siebel workflow.
Okay, you take that data, put it in a Siebel workflow, and the workflow creates the child record.
Yes.
Okay, wow.
Let's go to this
So
and
now, yeah, let's check. Is it
MDF, and this one is created.
okay? Yeah, also nice work on the layout here, the custom list applet layout. So
Yes.
this is a work in progress, right? It's your current work.
Yes, this is also on production,
Okay, this is already production.
and only my service request is not on production. I'm working on that, but remaining three lead, fund, and rebates are on production.
Okay, nice.
And
Oh, so yeah, so
and
what's
here I'm
your okay, what's your journey with Siebel? When did you start implementing Siebel, working as a Siebel developer?
uh, it's about that if you go backward two, I have around 2 years of experience in Siebel, and mainly I had worked on Siebel OpenUI from my second month of joining Oracle Siebel Open.
Okay, and did you have any prior experience with web development, web design?
Yes, with my university, when I am doing graduation on my last year, when I am 7th and 8th semester, at that time I had done the internship of web development. And
Okay.
at that time I had worked on ASP.NET and AngularJS with one
Okay.
year of experience with university.
Okay, and then you joined then you started your Siebel job and you used that experience, the front end development experience, you used that with Siebel OpenUI.
Yes, I
Ah,
had
okay.
implemented, but Siebel OpenUI is very different from web development.
It's a very
This is
special place. Yes, yes,
yes,
as you can
yes,
imagine,
very
as you already know.
yes.
Yeah.
And this one is the dashboard that I had created, and this one is also on production module, production
Okay.
application.
Wow. Okay, that's a nice
These are
looking
these
dashboard.
are these are actual Siebel Infolet applets that I had designed. These are actual applets.
Oh,
I did
the
the design.
the infolets that Oracle introduced in 22.5, those are the ones.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
These are rectangle vanilla Infolet applets.
But you gave them the look and feel they deserve, I would say. Yeah. Okay, well done.
Yes. And this is my own HTML structure, and data in this structure is coming from EBC. If the data is available, there are graphs, and these are the other data. PCB
Okay.
font, these are actually opportunities data.
Mhm.
And these are Siebel chart applets, actual
Oh,
Siebel chart applets, and I have designed.
good to see the good old chart applets here. They are uh, those are the one of the oldest data visualization techniques in Siebel, going back to 98, and they're still going
Yes,
strong. Yes. Uh, okay. Wow.
but I had customized them according to the need of today.
Yes, but
Today's
it's
client
the
request.
original. They are D3 JS currently since a few
Yes,
years. Yeah.
yes. And before implementing this, I had designed custom Siebel web template where I have to put these applets, where I have to put this structure, where I have to put these Siebel infolet applets. And
Mhm.
this is also a Siebel applet where I have to put this. First of all, I had created custom web template for this view,
Mhm.
and then I had implemented all these.
Okay, wow. Well, that's super impressive work and a great showcase of the power of Siebel OpenUI. So if you would look into the future, let's say you have a wish to Oracle, let's say for OpenUI, what do you like to see coming in Siebel OpenUI? What feature?
Currently, we are working on implementing AI into this Siebel application, like
Okay.
this AI chatbot. And currently, we are working on this. It's not completely implemented, but we are working on this. This is how can I help you?
So wow,
We
you
are
have an
using
AI chatbot in Siebel already. You're living in the future.
yes,
Wow. And is that just out of curiosity? What type of AI is that? Is that
we are using Gemini
Google
for this.
Gemini? And is this
Google
the,
Gemini
st the standard Siebel integration, or is it a complete from scratch?
from scratch.
So you didn't use any of the Siebel services for AI,
No,
so
or
just from
we
scratch.
only had used one PR5 and implemented.
Okay, but it's just getting started, right? It's not ready yet.
Yes, it's not ready yet, but we are working on this.
Okay. Speaking about AI, I'm I will be in Frankfurt next week. And I will be talking about using AI as a Siebel developer to assist with the coding. Uh, as a coder that are you using AI on a regular basis to assist with some functions, some code, vibe
Uh,
coding?
no, I'm not using, but when I was stuck, then I will go to the AI and ask.
Yeah, as all of us do. No,
Yes,
no shame in using a tool. And if you
yes,
have a hard problem to tackle, you get some inspiration or some code from the AI and use
yes.
that. So we all have to use tools, and AI is just another tool, right?
Actually, the thing is, I had worked a lot of things in this, so I will use my previous code, modify that code, and implement.
Okay. Well, yeah. So thank you so much, Salman, for this great presentation. It was good to see Siebel OpenUI really doing stuff, really working out for customers. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much to you for considering me for this session. Thank you so much.
Yes. Hello, Alex here again with another snippet video for our Siebel Friday pre-recording. And the Siebel Friday is the October 25 Siebel Friday, so it's prudent to take a look at Siebel 25.10, which I have updated to on this very machine. And I've also managed to semi-enable the search. So what you're looking at here are two major features that come with 25.10. The first one is Redwood tabs. Did you notice the tabs? Did you notice the screen tabs? Do you notice the second level navigation with the drop down? That's Redwood theme with tabs. Ignore for a moment the big banner here. I may explain what's going on, but let's just marvel at the tab navigation. Let's drill down to this account and we get to the third navigation level here, the detail tab. So everything feels like Siebel, Siebel feels like, right? So to most of us, that means there's even a fourth level. So here's a few with 4 levels. Um, so that feels very natural to, I would say 99% of users who have used a tab navigation based theme before, like Aurora tab or Synergy. Well, Synergy is kind of has a side menu ish thingy going on the second level, but the main levels are tabs. And when a Redwood came out, so just just to literally remind us how Redwood looked like, or still looks like, if you put it in side menu mode. Let's go to settings. So the new thing is basically after running the repository upgrade, you have, well, side menu. You should have tabs here. Some cache issue, but side menu. And in the side menu, we have Redwood and of course Aurora. So the Redwood side menu is what you have until 24.9. And I just saved this and log in again so you can see the Redwood side menu is still a thing. There's the side menu, and it's a bit confusing with the side menu. So some people say it's not supposed to be here, and some people can't find it. And it's only visible when you have test automation on, and depends on who you ask, but you can definitely make it visible so users can use the side menu. But as a matter of fact, when Redwood side menu came out, nobody liked it because it didn't have a tab navigation, and 99% of the users are using tab navigation for the past 5 or 10 years or even longer, so they do not make the switch easily to a side menu. They are confused, they need training. And of course in Redwood we have the Ask Oracle page, which is of course still there. And yeah, looks a little bit weird here, but yeah, it's basically the notifications and the side map-ish search that you have here. So sitemap plus the toolbar, which is also, I always find quite funny, and this masonry thing. We have talked about this earlier, so we just go back to the settings and set back to tabs. So I wonder why I don't see tabs. So I just type it in and it works. Yeah, so Redwood is now in the tab family available. So let's log out, log in one more time. And yeah, we have the tab navigation, and yeah, there's that. So I think you can give Redwood a second chance now if you have considered it earlier and dismissed it because it didn't have tab navigation. Now's the time with 25.10, run the repository upgrade, and you can, well, make it optional for users to switch, or you can evaluate it, and of course you can customize it. It's just another theme on OpenUI, on classic OpenUI. This is not the Redwood design system. This is just the Redwood theme. So Siebel looks like Redwood, and it's not using the Redwood design components. And let's now shift our attention to the elephant in the room, that search bar, which is kind of super prominent here in Redwood. That's the new global search toolbar that appears when you have enabled the intelligent search feature, which uses OpenSearch. So on this machine, I have installed OpenSearch. Just briefly, here it is in my command window. See that's OpenSearch running, and OpenSearch. I managed to cobble the things together based on the documentation. We're working on a training module, of course, which will be out soon. And so I've indexed a bit of data, and I can do searches. So one thing about this search bar is it takes a lot of space in Redwood. Maybe that's just because it's the first version. And if I just switch to another theme, like Tab Aurora, you see what it looks like for the non-Redwood population. So let me just log in back to Aurora. And this looks much smarter, I have to say, honestly. It's a part of the global banner, or the top banner, and it's a more natural feel. So let's briefly have a tour very quickly. So of course there's a search bar, so I want to type in stuff like well, hotel, and yeah, the auto suggest is somehow not reacting, but the hotel, well, there's a literature, which hotel acquisition template, which is funny. So literature is found, accounts are found. Yeah, so these I have indexed. If you use that object button or that object chip, you bring it in here and you can use it to select what types of objects you must have indexed them you want to use. So if I only want to search within accounts, I would do it like that. Let's remove that chip, and now if I type hotel again, it just returns accounts. You see the search results in Aurora are in the classic search sidebar, which existed before. So Siebel search is not new. Siebel search is older than I am. And you can undock this bar and move it around. And of course, there's a drill down. So when you, for example, here have this Frankfurt Marriott Hotel and click on the drill down, you're taken to a view that you can configure and see the details. And of course, you make changes to it. So here, let's just change the site to Frankfurt. If you make changes, incremental changes are indexed automatically if you enable the incremental indexing as per the documentation. So taking quite a while to save that record. Maybe that's my machine just being a little bit overwhelmed, but that's what I get on that little overwhelmed training machine. So yeah, the experience here is quite streamlined, more like the old Siebel. Now let's switch back to Redwood. Tab. Redwood tab. So if you really give Redwood tab a chance, you're using it, and then, well, you have that very, very prominent global search bar, which of course is just a few lines of CSS. So I will apply a bit of CSS, and you see it becomes a little bit less prominent. So I just ad hoc apply display flex to the thread bar, which hosts all these things. So notice this vanilla display basically, and display flex kind of fixes it. It's no permanent fix. So let's maybe reverse the direction. So yeah, it's just maybe using a little less space now. So I just keep this for now. But this would be a permanent fix if you put in more effort and put it in your custom style sheet. Then you can, of course, reposition and resize those things, and nobody would work with Redwood without a custom style sheet to, well, customize it. And let's do that hotel search here in Redwood. So you see it searches accounts, it finds the hotels. The search results are taking up the entire screen or the entire view, I have to say. Still, you can drill down. Notice the location change I made appear. So my incremental search is working. It's actually proof. Of course, a drill down leads to the same view. That's kind of natural. Here I can remove that object, and let's try find a PDF. So I find PDF with smart answer in it, and it finds not just PDFs, but I uploaded the smart answer guide from Bookshelf, and it finds it. So it can also search attachments. And this is, of course, smart answer is kind of in the name, but smart answer in these documents, probably the words smart and answer are in the document. I haven't checked. So it can index a lot of object types, a lot of, file types like PDF, doc, PowerPoint as well. You can also see it has a search history. You can clear that. And it should have auto-suggest. Somehow I messed this up. Sorry for that. I will do better next time when I show the new Siebel Intelligent Search. But just wanted to give you a quick overview of the two major features in the application features. That one is Redwood tab layout and tab navigation, and the other is the intelligent search with the global search bar that allows the user, of course, to use the search functionality to talk to the search engine. And the heavy lifting is done in the background, of course, and there will be a Siebel Hub video training out soon where you can learn everything about the modern Siebel search. So thank you for now, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.